Good day, everyone. I am Michael, the moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone for today's webinar, which is identifying and addressing factors that impact minority student retention and student success. I would now like to introduce our presenter for today, Dr. Gerald Henderson. Dr. Gerald Henderson has worked in higher education for over 30 years. Dr. Henderson earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in English from Roosevelt University, his master's degree in social agency counseling from Henderson State University, and his Doctor of Philosophy degree, PhD, from the University of Illinois at Chicago in curriculum, instruction, and evaluation. I would now like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, Gerald.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. I want to give you an overview of the topics that I'll cover today, but I also want to kind of preface the topic coverage. I want to give you an overview of some recent graduation data. I want to talk about the critical issues and factors that impact student engagement, retention of students of color, but the data that you may have on your campus as relates to minority student retention is very important. And then if you don't have the data, or if the data is not current enough, where do you start, and what data should you be collecting and how often? I want to provide some research-based strategies and approaches that your institution could consider to improve student engagement. And then I will summarize graduation trends that are provided by the National Center for Educational Statistics. There is a wide disparity between degree completion between white students, African American students, and Hispanic students. The Education Trust organization provided information as far as degree attainment for Black and white students by age. Critical issues or factors that impact student engagement of students of color. The campus is truly interested in providing a welcoming environment that helps them to not only learn, but to thrive on their particular campus. Pure interaction versus isolation. One that I'm sure you're familiar with is financial aid. Other factors that need to be taken into account, and those are things that need to be discussed and strategies put in place to shore up those areas. Does your institution know what students of color are experiencing? What is the campus climate like for those students? That should be acknowledged is the fact that race does shape the culture of higher education institutions. Conducting an institutional audit is extremely important, and that speaks to a two-step process. The first process, I think, as I said, many institutions do conduct a campus climate survey. The second part, which I think is probably the most underutilized, is the ability of an institution to really conduct focus groups. Always people ask, well, who should do this? Who should be involved in this? There are some challenges and problems that students are experiencing that should be addressed. So what is the main objective of engaging in such a process? That you're collecting meaningful, open, honest feedback, and that's data. Afterwards, you will, of course, want to analyze the data. You find out what areas have weaknesses, and therefore you want to initiate and implement policies, programs, and other meaningful strategies so that you can improve the climate and culture of the institution. Other objectives, you do want to find out how do faculty and staff feel about the campus and climate culture obtained based on the programs that are currently that currently exist on the particular on your campus. One of the things that's important, identify and evaluate the current programs and initiatives that you have on your campus, whether or not they're population-based. Do you have curriculum-based programs at your institution? Experience-based program. Other areas You have course-based programs. Then you have the support-based components, the importance of culturally focused organizations and the spaces that are provided for those culturally focused organizations. What types of student organizations does your institution have that allows students of color to connect with their peers? Want to talk a little bit about summer bridge programs. Can be extremely useful in terms of helping students of color feel comfortable, being able to connect seasoned students. What is the academic department's role in this whole process in terms of helping minority students? Very, very useful is to have a forum, to provide a forum for minority students. What is it? What other areas? What other approaches that can be used to engage minority students outside the classroom might be really important is to have workshops and training sessions for student leaders. Faculty development, most institutions do have faculty development offices, training sessions that talk about different ways of learning styles that could be taught, rewarding faculty who are doing a good job developing diverse content. Who should be involved in that? Students, faculty, staff, and administrators. First and foremost, it's important to evaluate the current campus climate and the cultural conditions on your campus. Of course, establish a more welcoming campus climate. Effective teaching is extremely important. I mentioned Summer Bridge. Same with the freshman seminar experience, financial assistance. My final thoughts, minority student retention is not just or should not be considered an add-on. Institutions must be honest in their self-reflection. And of course, everybody should be included in the discussion. You need to take meaningful action for success. Well, my only final remark is I just want to encourage all of you to look at what it is that you have already that is geared towards helping your students at your respective institution. If you don't know what they're experiencing, then how will you know what it is that you need to do differently or what it is that you need to improve upon to enhance their experiences so that they are even that much more successful on your given campus?
Thank you, Gerald. So that does conclude the session for today. Thank you everyone for participating. Hope you have enjoyed the session. Now you may all disconnect and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.